and welcome to Paul Takes on the News. Today we're discussing something that I was watching the news today and I was curious. Kept talking about Trump. Again, it's always about Trump. What in the world? I tell you, the news is just bombarded with Trump stuff. So the thing that got me kind of wondering was the fact that, so they always talk about this Trump, and then Comey, the FBI director that got fired, and then Flynn, the guy that was talking to the Russians. So you're making a big deal, and I'm wondering, why are the Democrats making such a big deal about Comey, which is a Republican? I mean, they didn't want him in as an FBI director in the first place, but now they're making a big stink about it. And then Flem, whatever his name is, Fleming, he was a Republican as well, and now they're making a big deal about him talking to the Russians. So what's the big deal? Who cares? I mean, they're Republicans. They're gone. They're over with. One's fired. You know, they should be happy, I would think. So I guess the real reason why they're upset is because they think that Fleming, I don't know what it is. Anyways, was talking to the Russians to affect the election that got Trump in office. And therefore, they believe that really they cheated and the Russians helped. How did they cheat? That's got me wondering. How did they cheat? I mean, the elections, or the ballot boxes, they weren't online. It wasn't like they can tap into their computer system and hack into the election boxes. A lot of them were paper ballots. A lot of them they're on a computer system, but the computer system is not connected to the internet, so it can't be hacked. So how did the Russians actually affect the election? I mean, how could they? Did they have people actually on the ground, like plucking out Trump tickets, replacing them with Hillary tickets or ballots? I doubt it. So here's what I'm going to do. I think they did nothing, and I don't know yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video. I am going to Google it, try to search out the reason, to find out how actually did they think that the Russians actually affected the election. I mean, was it just because they're so charming and they said, "Hey guys, vote for Trump"? I mean, I didn't see that. I never got that email. I didn't see that on the news, so I don't know. So let's find out. I'm going to find out. I'm going to pause this. I'm going to try to pause this, and I'm going to go try to look it up and find out what they are claiming that the Russians actually did. Okay? Okay, so I did my research. I did my homework. And unfortunately, I'm actually filming this on my cell phone, and I'm in my car, so I can't read off what I read to you, which I wish I could, because I'm not going to remember it perfectly. But basically, in short, Russia, what they did was they hacked into the system and changed all their votes. Not. I knew they didn't do that. It was impossible. So, if he didn't actually change this, there's absolutely zero evidence that Russia had any effect on the actual voting process, the election itself process, the voting. So all your votes, if you voted for Trump, it went to Trump. If you voted for Hillary, it went for Hillary. So they didn't affect that whatsoever. So what they're saying that what they actually did do, which I could probably maybe believe it, but here's what they said. So basically what they supposedly did, was, remember during the election, I'm sure you do, that there was all these stories coming out of WikiLeaks about Hillary and her emails and all the scandals that Hillary was involved in, and they kept on putting out different stuff to WikiLeaks, and WikiLeaks released it. All these, I don't know what they call it, I forgot what they call it, but so through so they're saying they don't have a definitive proof on this, but that's what they're assuming, that WikiLeaks' source was the Russians. But here's my thing, which is kind of interesting. Maybe they did want Trump to win, okay? And maybe they did give out, hack into all these servers and got the emails from Hillary. But the emails were not fake. They didn't fake the emails. They didn't fake what Hillary had done. They just exposed Hillary for what she is, which is a shady bastard. So maybe if they affected the election, which maybe they did, but they did it almost in a good way by informing us of the true nature of Hillary and how shady she was. So, in a sense, the Democrats are mad because they gave away the truth about Hillary, that Hillary is a shady excuse me, something in my throat. But they didn't actually affect the election counts or anything. So, to me, the truth is the truth. And if you release the truth, you're not a bad guy. You don't get mad at somebody for putting out the truth. If they put out a lie, that's one thing. But they weren't putting out lies, they're putting out the truth. And I don't see how you get upset over the Russians or anybody because you lost because of the truth was being exposed and not so much of some BS or whatever. So that's what the whole thing is about. That's what all this stuff is about, because they think the Russians had influenced the election, which they kind of did, but in a way that was actually, I think, rather noble by releasing the truth. We want to know if Hillary is shady and corrupt like she was. So that's what it is. I want you, think about that. I know if you listen to me, you're probably on my side. You're like, yeah, that's right. She's a shady bitch, so, and she is. And no Democrats probably watching this. But if you were, you should really evaluate what's going on. It's basically, are you being objective in your own thoughts? Usually once you start hating somebody, like you're hating Trump, I hate him, you're not objective anymore. Your emotions have taken over and you are not thinking rationally. I'm sorry. If I was hating somebody, I'm probably not thinking rationally either. So it's not just you, I'm not blaming you. I'm just thinking about the way your brain works. When you start hating somebody, you're not objective anymore and you can't think about the facts in an objective manner. So stop hating. That's all there is to it. And then you can think clearly on your own. Thanks for watching Politics on the News. And remember, like and subscribe if you like this content. And spread the word. What the heck? Let's get this channel growing.